find that you're not happy with one of our products, you can return it at any time. We've had the longest refund so far been over a year. Now we do have one thing that we see quite often with refunds. Over 90% of them, when they arrive, so little has actually been used out of the bottles that we couldn't tell if it had even been opened if it wasn't for the seal being broken. And when I ask guys, why they've used so little, they say, well, I didn't want to overdose. Well, in my mind, if it's not working, you can't overdose. It's not possible. Somewhere between not using enough and overdosing, that's where you need to be to get the product to work. As far as actual pheromone failures, the most common reason we see for that is when people have purchased a product to seduce or attract one specific person, whether that's someone they have a crush on, an ex-spouse, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, whatever. That is the most common failure for the pheromones. So be aware that, even before you purchase, that your odds are going to be lower if you're trying to attract one specific person. Pheromones gives you a statistical advantage when dealing with many people. So anyways, keep that one in mind. Every time I've had an opportunity to go in field with someone who believes that the pheromones don't work, I have found that that person has a social problem. They either don't understand females, they don't understand people in general, they either misread or don't read the social signals that are being sent to them. And that can be worked through, that can be figured out. In fact, I would say that that is probably the biggest reason why long-term pheromone users have so much more success than beginners. They literally have received more opportunities to become better at understanding social signals. Pheromones always work. It's not like you're around someone whose body has the ability to resist them. The biochemistry always happens. The signals are being sent, received, and responded to continuously. What people do have a choice is whether or not they're going to act upon or react to those feelings that biochemical response may be causing. Pheromones always work. And having said that, I do have one story that comes to mind where pheromones did not work. I had a gentleman who wrote to me and he said, I want my money back. The pheromones did not work. Now, it's not uncommon for me to query people as to why they didn't work. What situation were they in? So I can better understand what went wrong. I can better understand how to advise people in the future. And this gentleman had specifically said, I tried the pheromones 3 times. It's very specific, 3 times, and they didn't work. So I said, well, I'm thinking maybe this guy went to Burning Man or a rave or a serious nightclub or something. So I'm like, what was the field situation you were in that they failed you? And so he wrote, and he says, well, first I tried it on my sister. That didn't work. So I tried it on my mom. That didn't work. So I tried it on my other sister. And that didn't work. I'm thinking, it's like a teenager or something? So I asked him, how old are you? Turns out he's 45 years old, lives in his mother's basement. I refunded his money because obviously the pheromones were not working. Something to think about.